Hello, you're watching Team Starcraft. My name is Joe Starcraft, and this is my cast. Today is Monday, and on Mondays I cast whatever videos I want to cast. So today is Freedom Monday. We have our opponent's Purple Zerg. His name is InfestedOne, and Teal Protoss. What's up? We actually have a story behind this because of the fact that we played these guys like 4 games, I believe. We won, or 5 games, I'm not sure. We won 2 and they won 2, that's for sure. I'm not sure if the last game, I don't know what happened there. But what happened in the first game was that InfestedOne got a little mad at us because of the fact that we cheesed him. And we're trying out our PT cheese, but it wasn't really a cheese. To explain ourselves, it wasn't a cheese because InfestedOne decided to go early hatchery, and I decided to put a little pressure on him by adding a little bunker there, and adding, making additions to that bunker with Marines and maybe perhaps 1 Zealot. But what happened was, they stopped it without having a lot of trouble, I believe. But the problem was, my supply depot was down, and the lings came in, speed lings came into my base with my pants down and totally owned us. So InfestedOne was like, oh, you nubs, blah blah blah, noobs, blah blah blah, blah blah yacky schmacky, blah blah blah. But like, to be fair, that was just a part of a bigger follow-up play. It wasn't necessarily an all-in cheese play at all. But just to explain that, one of my videos actually show that. So it wasn't really cheese, but if you have any cheese for PT, please let me know, because we sort of want some cheese plays. So having said that, we played a second game where InfestedOne went on a rant about how noobish we were, blah blah blah. Play a macro game this time, blah blah blah, and we did play a macro game and we did beat them. And on a third matchup, this is our third game. So I guess if it was best out of 3, then this will be the game deciding match, match point basically. So let's take a look at our builds right now, and we have our Zerg he tried to expand initially, and this probe actually managed to stop it, and he's actually decided to go a normal 14 pull with gas. And let's take a look at our Teal Protoss, and he's actually going a pretty normal standard build himself with a little early second gas. So I'm not sure if he's gonna go sentry heavy, or he may actually decide to go ETs, or maybe even starports. Let's take a look at our my partner. He's actually getting his second gas as well. But if you have pay attention to any of my games, my partner usually opts for robotics, and he gets a immortal. Let's take a look at what I'm doing. And in this map, excuse me, people might be saying, "Oh, you have a wall. Why don't you build tanks? And why are you upgrading stim pack?" Well, the problem is with this map is that it's very close, and we have destructible debris right over here and right over there. So if you have a tank, and if they set up right over here, and these guys decide to hit the rocks on the side, my tank cannot maneuver fast enough to stop their attack. So from our experience, we decided that Marine Marauder against ZP or ZT is the best choice in this map. Until I get a natural, or my partner gets a natural, or I get enough gas that I could build a factory. So before that happens, usually our builds in this map will be 3 barracks, 2 tech labs, and a reactor. So quite standard for a Terran build. So we have our Purple Zerg InfestedOne. He decided to expand onto his natural, and rightfully so, because we're not going to be coming out anytime soon. So he actually is not upgrading speed, I believe, but he is. Oh, he did go speed, so he is actually upgrading speed, and he's producing more drones instead of lings, which is another smart call, because he needs to drone up before our attack comes around 8 minutes or 9 minutes. So here comes the tech changes going on. We have a Roach Warren going down for a Purple Zerg, and for our Teal Protoss, he's opting to go 4 gate. And he's going to be, I'm not sure, is it going to be Stalker heavy army or Sentry heavy army? I'm not sure what he's going to do until he actually makes one. So he's actually decided to build more Stalkers, so he has a lot of spare gas lying around, so I guess he will be using that gas for building perhaps a Citadel for his upgrades for Blink. So we have my 3 barracks that has already completed, and we're actually building up units until perhaps 8:30, and we're going to be attacking around that time. So about this map, it's very close, and the rush distance allows for superiority for units that have high mobility, or sometimes it's very advantageous for tanks, because tanks could shoot over this doodad here, and people cannot shoot over this doodad. So the fact of the matter is, if the tank's set up over here, they can shoot over, but a lot of times they cannot shoot the tank. So it gives a lot of very good obstacle for other opponents. So I tend to, like I said before, I tend to move on to a tank build after this initial 3 barracks Marine Marauder build. So as you can tell, I'm still not going the second gas build, because I'm actually planning to expand after our attack. So this attack is actually quite imminent, and at the same time we have an upgrade going on. I am not sure which upgrade it is. I have no idea what the upgrade this is. It's funny. Oh, there it is. It's a speed upgrade for roaches. Oh, that's quite a miss from me. So we have a speed upgrade for roaches going down, and our Protoss has yet to expand with the Zerg to support the Zerg with his own Stalker army. So we have our army moving out with 4 Immortals, 3 Stalkers, and 2 Sentries, and a bunch of Marine Marauders. And people might be thinking, oh, you know, it's not enough to break their line, but Immortals are quite strong. And let's take a look at this fight that's going to happen very, very soon, and it's happening right now. So we have a good split between the armies. My partner is taking on the Roach army, while I'm taking on the Stalker army, which is the right call to do because of the fact that Marauders do extra damage against Stalkers. Even though they do extra damage against Roaches, Roaches do not do as well against Stalkers, my partner Stalkers and Immortals. So I'd rather have my partner take on the Zerg Roaches. So we have a very close battle going on. Basically, this battle will be determined on who has a better macro, who has a better reinforcing unit. And we have a couple of units coming in, and I have my units coming in. My partner is actually shared control, and he actually brought it in with him. And he's actually trying. The opponent, Protoss opponent, the Teal Toss was up. He's actually trying to warp in as many units as possible, but they're getting picked off as they're coming in. So in this situation, we're in a very, very close battle. So we're trying to take out as many drones as possible, slow down his production facilities, and at the same time try to slow down Zerg in general. So we have our Toss actually managed to build 3 Stalkers, and those Lings come out just on time to stop this Immortal and the units that are attacking his drones, but the reinforcements are keep on coming. So they need to be they need to save these units. They need to save these units in order to stop this attack, because of the fact that if they do not save their units, it's better if they send 2 units at a time against perhaps 4 units. They're wasting their units. Might as well just wait it out. Sometimes you might have to lose your hatcheries, sometimes you might have to lose your drones, but you have to wait it out until you have more units to attack them back. So this is what Teal is doing. He's actually microing his Stalkers back and forth to stop the Zealot advance. At the same time, what I'm doing is taking out this hatchery, and I am falling back for some reason. But I'm guessing that I am trying to get better position on the hatchery without being, so that I don't get surrounded by Lings over the creep. So we have our Marauders taking on 4 or 5 Stalkers, and they're just taking them out, because Stim-Pack Marauders can take out Stalkers like no tomorrow. So we're continuously pressuring, and while this is all going on, I am actually building a command center, and like I said, I'm actually planning to expand. So this attack has been thwarted, but at what cost? The Zerg has lost most of his drones and his natural, and his hatchery is at perhaps half health of the original. So we have, right now what we need to do is defend, and we try to defend and at the same time protect our expansions. So that's why this bunker is going up at the moment. So that is what we need to do right now. We need to defend, and we need to hold out our expansions and push out one more time once we have enough units. So our unit count is quite low right now. At the same time, their unit count is quite high compared to ours. So we need to defend this, and they need to attack very soon in order for them to gain anything out of it. So let's take a look at our units lost tab. And when you look at the units lost tab, Zerg lost 116 units, but his resource equivalent is only 5,000. So, but 5,050. So in the end, their team has lost out 2,000 more minerals, based on the fact that their stalkers are, what's it called? Toss has over invested into his stalkers. Whoa, that was a big brain fart there. So we have their counter coming in right now with roaches with speed and a bunch of stalkers, a group of stalkers coming in. We have another fight going on, and hopefully these walls go on time so that these units can be separated. And Marauders are just beautiful in this situation. They're taking on both roaches and stalkers, out of position stalkers, and we have a better concave, and we have more better quality units to stop their advance. So we have secured our expansion, and at the same time we have stopped their unit production and their pressure. So I doubt that they're going to be producing any more units, and Protoss has actually used his money to build up his nexus right over here. So his expansion is quite late, but at the same time, hopefully, if he goes on to a higher tech build, maybe he might be able to do better. So we have a time between. Oh, what is this? What is this pathogen glands? So he's actually upgrading Infestor energy right now. So Purple Zerg is actually going the right build against Marine Marauder build. So Infestors, like I said before, I always say Infestors are so scary. Once they do fungal growth, they will destroy any amount of Marine Marauder force. So hopefully we don't have to face these guys right now. I'm guessing that Purple Zerg is actually building up his Infestors early so that the energy could be, refilled by the time, or will be full by the time we attack. So we have our Medivacs has finally come out, and let's take a look at our builds right now. And I actually went a more Marauder heavy build. Usually what I would like to do is build more Marines, but in this situation I decided to go more Marauder heavy because of the fact that Teal has invested so much in Stalkers and Purple has invested so much in Roaches. So I have not actually went on to a tank build, but I have moved on to a Marine Marauder Medivac build so that we could pressure in case they do pressure back, and we can defend ourselves. So I have my next second engineering bay going down, and as you can tell, my upgrades are already complete. 1-1 upgrades are already complete. And hopefully, armory is going down, and armory has went down. And my partner and I are actually going out right now, and we are sitting in front of their choke, and we're actually moving up, advancing towards their hatchery once again. And hopefully these walls come in on time, and the wall separates these two forces very nicely. And they're stuck. The roaches are stuck right over here, and the Infestors, however, managed to get off some fungal growth to stop this Marine Marauder army. And like I said before, fungal growth is so effective against Marine Marauders that they were unable. Look at their health. They're like at 20 health. They could be cleaned out very easily, very soon. But they have some Marauders left, and these Medivacs still survived, and we managed to actually take out this hatchery. This is a big game for us, and hopefully if we continue pushing like this, we will win this game. So we have our Toss not actually gassing up. He's actually forcing his Zila and Stalker army on us. And this is not a smart call, because we should be getting higher tech units. And a lot of times, what Tosses fail to do is that they do not build higher tech units when they need to, and they kind of spam such units as Stalkers or Zealots. And I guess these Zealots actually have speed, and I believe he does have speed. And yep, he actually reached speed, and we're actually taking out this next right now. And we're very, very ahead right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're very ahead, but at the same time, we cannot kind of, loosen our guards because of the fact that there are still Infestors moving around in his base. And unfortunately, he doesn't have a lot of energy left, and Wsuppp leaves the game, and InfestedOne follows shortly. So thanks for watching, guys, and thank you Wsuppp and InfestedOne for playing with us. The next game we played, I believe they won. It was a very good game. I do not have the replays for it because I left that game because I was angry. I don't like losing, guys. So InfestedOne and Wsuppp, if you guys happen to watch my channel, please send me the replay so I could actually cast it. And thanks for playing us. Thanks for giving us a really good game. This was a really cutthroat game where we're going back and forth. So it was really, really close. And the other thing I would like to say is thank you for watching, guys. and have a good one.